Astrology Tribe. Cosmic Insight Astrology, this is Christina. If you have a Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun, or Capricorn moon, this is your last 2022 astrology forecast. This is your December astrology forecast. First of all, I would like to wish you a happy and Merry Christmas, a happy Hanukkah, and a peaceful and happy Kwanzaa, and a wealthy, happy, abundant new year. All right, Capricorn, let's see what kind of opportunities will rise for you in December and what kind of challenges do you need to face here. Okay, so first of all, I have to talk about Mars and Venus beginning of the month, December 1st, which is going to oppose to each other. And it's going to be in around what degree? Actually 18 degrees and December 1st. And it's going to happen in your 12th and in your 6th house. So actually it's affecting your health and your mental health. It is about your enemies and your hidden enemies. It is about your well-being. So, you know, Mars retrograde in your 6th house perhaps created some kind of issue for you with respiratory illnesses. Maybe you had some kind of flu, or you get, you know, some kind of infection, like you losing your voice, and, you know, some kind of cold over here. It could also actually create some kind of conflict with your roommate, with your tenant, or actually with your coworker as well. And, you know, 12th house Venus, it's not shining that much. And especially over there, 12th house Venus, you know, like it is hidden. So your beauty is hidden. Perhaps the money is hidden from you. So it could be like your workplace, the conflict could be about like you're supposed to get some kind of bonus, but you don't see it coming yet. Maybe somebody stole it, or you know, like it's hidden somewhere. Also, what I wanted to tell you, Venus going to go to 27 degrees of Sagittarius, which is the galactic center. Venus is about attraction, it's about money, it's about, you know, love. And in the galactic center, it's opening up a gate for you. And because it's in the 12th house and in Sagittarius, it's liberating you from some kind of maybe mental illness, some kind of addiction. It could also liberate you from, you know, where you will feel more worthy and more beautiful, and it's going to come from a spiritual awareness. So beauty and the way you are looking at money and beauty, it's coming from a spiritual understanding this month for you. Okay, so let's move forward, and I have to talk about actually Mercury and Neptune square beginning of the month. And Neptune actually gonna go direct on the 3rd of December. So it's gonna affect your 3rd house, and it's affecting your 12th house, because Mercury going to be in your 12th house still when it's going to square with Neptune. So it's again some kind of communication issue. And it could be someone, you know, like with your neighbor, with your sibling and one of your friends, and they might going to lie about something, or they might going to be like delusional, and you will need to wake them up because of they are madly following some kind of cult, and, you know, like you want to wake them up. It could be also something about like your friend might need some kind of help with addiction, and you're going to find them some kind of addiction center as well. All right, let's move forward. So December 6th, Mercury going to Capricorn. December 9th, Venus going to go to Capricorn, and we're gonna have a Capricorn stellium in your 1st house, right? So it is all about you, Capricorn. So you're going to have the birthday, some of you, end of December, happy birthday. And, you know, January also starts out with celebrating you. Like the 1st house is your ego, that is the way you pretend and the way you represent yourself to the world. And everything is shining over there. You are celebrated, you are welcomed, you you are making New Year resolutions, and actually it will be really powerful because of this stellium is helping you to kind of stick with it. And why? Because of you ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is something long-term. And it is something about the body, perhaps, itself, or it is something about the sun is going to go there also on the 21st. That is the living force inside. So it's going to get stronger as well. But right before that, on December 7th, we're going to have a full moon. And the full moon actually gonna happen in Gemini, 16 degrees. So the full moon going to happen in 16 degrees in your 12th and in your 6th house. So something coming to end and completion. It could come end and completion at your work. So you might going to finish a project, or you might going to finish and give up a work. It could be like you're going to get fired because you are very impulsive and you're saying your truth, or you are emotional because of this full moon going to conjunct with Mars. And Mars is in retrograde. So Mars in retrograde in Gemini representing something like Mars is really forceful. Mars is courage. It's impulsive. It wants to go fiery. And in retrograde, it's frustrated and angry and like can't move forward, like behaving like with tantrums, like a toddler. So, and with the moon, like an emotion over here, it could represent like at work in a wrong place, wrong time, you're going to have a tantrum and, like you might going to get fired, or you're just gonna say your truth and you're just going to say goodbye to your work because it doesn't serve you anymore. So it's not necessarily has to end with firing and, like ending on a bad turn, but, perhaps it could for some of you. And, right now you're going to really focus because of the sun going to be 16 degrees Sag on full moon, your mental health. It's going to be everything about the unprivileged. Maybe perhaps you want to go for a retreat. So for Christmas, New Year, you don't want to be around people, actually, Capricorn. You want to be segregated. You want to celebrate really, really intimate, like small friends or family members, or away somewhere, maybe going for a vacation to an island, because 12th house could represent island, and Sagittarius is traveling, right? Okay, so this moon, actually, I said conjunct with Mars, which is giving you an energy of like anger and frustration, and also going to square Juno, and Juno is in your 3rd house in Pisces. So with that saying on, you can have some kind of issue, communication issue with your sibling, with your neighbor, or it could be even with children as well, because Gemini could represent children, and 3rd house ruled by Gemini, and it is could be children as well, youngsters, or it could be so some kind of communication issue over there, some kind of loyalty issue. You thought your friends are lawyers or your neighbors, and it turns out to be like the gossip behind your back. And then on December 18, we move forward. We're going to have Ceres going to Libra for you, and Libra is in your 10th house. So it could be because Ceres is the goddess of asteroid, goddess of grains and field, and the agriculture goddess. And in Libra over here, it means like new seed is coming. So you might going to get a good news about a new career, or you just want to start a new career, or it could be something like, let me put that on the 23rd for the new moon. Okay, so it Ceres over here could be like, I have some kind of fear to start that new career, but I know it feels good, actually. I know it's going to happen, and later on I can fulfill my dreams, but the beginning, it's uncertain and it could be scary. And then, like, look at that beautiful stellium in your 1st house. You're probably going to love this month, and everything is going to be about you. You're going to feel really sexual, sensual, celebrated, welcomed, and, center of attention, definitely. Okay, so let's go from December 20 when Jupiter goes to Aries, and it's going to be in 0-degree Aries for you. And that is the word axis. So it is an anaretic karmic degree, which is magnifies the fourth house matters, which is your living situation, ending, it's your family. So over here, I would say you're going to have some kind of real estate questions. So perhaps you want to sell your house or buy a new house or renovate your house. Your family situation is changing. It is a bold energy. It is a courageous energy. You might want to adopt a member to your family. Somebody can move into your family. And, you know, Aries is young energy, so I wouldn't say it's going to be an older person like parent. I would say, you know, like perhaps you are adopting or your wife going to get pregnant or you will get pregnant if you are a female. But it could represent like the family is growing or your house size is growing actually. Okay, and then let's see what is coming after that. We have December 21st when Sun is moving to your first house, so happy birthday, Capricorns. And then December 23rd, the same day when we're going to have the new moon, actually, and the new moon is happening in your first house, so it's a new beginning. We're also going to have Chiron going direct in your fourth house. So whatever family matter issues you had previously till Chiron was retrograde in your fourth house, it is healing. It's going through a healing process. So you will feel really good about that. For example, it could mean like you opening up your house to other family members. They are coming to visit and it's going to be very generous. It's going to be lovely, positive, and joyous. Okay, so this new moon is in the first house. It's a new beginning. You might going to change your wardrobe. You want to change your look. You feel expensive. You feel like full of energy. I can do that. I need a new start. I need a restart. I need to reinvent myself kind of energy. But definitely with Venus and Pluto over here could represent some kind of sexual passion as well. And then let's talk about a little bit Mercury, which is the last aspect. Mercury gonna go retrograde on the 29th in your first house. It is already goes to shadow on the 8th. So that is something about the way you are represent yourself. So it could be Mercury is communication. It is like, you know what, I have to revisit something, the way I express myself vocally. Perhaps I want to write a biography about myself, or you know, like I want to represent myself the way I going back to the roots where I came from. Perhaps something what was when I was a child. For example, I have studied something, Mercury study as well, and I want to go back and study that subject again. Or you know, I want to talk the same way when I was younger, going back to something what was in the past. And it is with communication, with writing, the way you express yourself. So yeah, that's what I can actually interpret this month to you. So if you liked my podcast, please you know, like my video and let me know in the comment section how did December actually worked out for you. And if you would like to surprise someone with my readings, which is really comprehensive, please don't hesitate to check out my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org. And I'm going to wish you again a happy new year. I will see you in January. And thanks for your attention. Bye for now.